Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Adventure Monday and we're playing Ghostbusters 2. So we are on the Phasm Phenom campaign, Scenario 1. Who are we going to call? The Ecto-1 was ransacked and your proton packs were stolen from inside. The haunted humans that took them are trying to destroy them by throwing them into the spirit world. Get them back before it's too late. And these are the haunted humans right here. And so we randomly had to color mark one of the haunted humans based off the colors of our heroes. So like Stance is yellow, Zedmore is purple, Peter is red, Spangler is orange. So we had to put one of those colors on one of them. And then each Ghostbuster puts one of their stream tokens on a random gate. Okay, and I did, and we have yellow and red here, orange there, and purple up there. All Ghostbusters start the scenario with slime packs, so we all have our slime packs, okay? Alright, until a Ghostbuster color marked haunted human is removed from the map, they may not switch out their pack. Okay, so until we defeat our guys and get our packs back, we just cannot use our proton packs, which, fortunately, there's a lot of ghost on the thing. So yeah. Okay. We have one Brain Matter, Street Sweeper, and Sore Throat in the Spirit World. At the end of each round, each color marked haunted human moves 2 spaces towards their color marked gate. If that gate is closed, they may move 2 spaces towards the nearest Ghostbuster instead. To hit, we gotta do 4 or higher on gates, and we gotta use a mood slime to close it. When missed, all haunted humans within line of sight of an open gate act as though they were missed by the nearest Ghostbuster. When closed, remove the caustic... No, okay, we won't have to do that. At the end of the round, if the event dies, gate selection is open. A ghost from the spirit world emerges from the gate. Then all enemies within line of sight of the gate act as though the chaos symbol were rolled. And closed, remove the lowest class ghost in the spirit world from the scenario. Success, all 4 color haunted humans are defeated. There they are. Failure, a color marked haunted human is adjacent to its color marked gate, or the goo timer reaches 0, or a ghost must emerge from the spirit world and none are present. Okay. So here we go, and the Ecto-1 is there. Let's see what we want to do. Well, we need to drive the Ecto-1. So, Ray is driving. So, for his first action, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for his second action, we're going to have to maneuver the vehicle here. Okay. And then he's going to spin 1 maneuver to come out of the vehicle, which be here. And let's see here. He has the yellow, so we want to get a good grip on the yellow. So I want to move him 1, 2. Okay, Winston has purple, and Winston is just going to maneuver on out here, and he's going to go ahead and take a shot at that's a granny ghost. So let's go ahead and roll our die. And he rolls a 4, and that's going to be a hit. So he's going to pop it with the slime. Alright. And there we go. And we need 2 to hit. And let's see. So it got hit, moves one space towards the nearest Ghostbuster. Okay. Well, it would hit Winston, and he's going to slime him, and he's going to be -1 line of sight, but that's okay. And Winston is going to shoot him again, and he got him again. So Winston's going to be -2 line of sight. However, this Granny Ghost has been defeated. So Winston now can get his proton pack back. And there we go. Okay, Venkman. Venkman is red. And of course Venkman will come out. And he's right here. And he has perfectly good line of sight on him. So let's see what we're going to do. Oh, that's a 1. That's a big miss. So so he's trying to hit a mail fraud. When they missed, it moves 1 space towards a random Ghostbuster and then 1 space towards a random Ghostbuster. Okay, we have 3 Ghostbusters out. Let's see which one we're gonna do. Okay, he's gonna move 1 space towards Winston, and he hits Winston, and he does -1 movement. Okay, and then he's gonna move 1 random space again, and again towards Winston. Okay, so remember, these are haunted humans, so they're not technically ghosts, so they don't phase through people. Okay, so again, Winston's going to be -2 movement, and now Venkman will get to go again, so maybe he'll do a little bit better this time. Okay, well, we got a 6, so he does hit him once, and when they're hit, he moves 1 space towards Venkman. So he's going to hit Venkman, and he's going to hit him with a -1 movement. And Venkman can go one more time. Okay, and he actually got it again. So here we go. Now he's going to be -2 movement. However, we have defeated this guy. And so he now has his proton. He can get his proton pack back. And we'll take him off the board. Okay, last is Egon, and Egon is orange, and Egon is going to have to come out here, and then he's going to have to move 1, 2, okay, but he can hit this ghost within line of sight, so let's see if he can hit him, and he fails. So he doesn't hit that ghost, so we know that guy is a mail fraud. He's going to move 1 space towards a random Ghostbuster, and he's going to move 1 space towards Egon. Okay, and Egon's going to go again. This time he does hit him, and that's going to be, he's going to hit Egon and put a -1 movement on Egon. There we go. Okay. Okay, now Egon, if you remember, Egon starts the game with a proton pack, even though it's kind of counterproductive to the scenario. Make a free proton combat roll. Well, that's not, okay, he can't do that. Okay, he has that though. Alright, so that's the end of the turn. Alright, at the end of the round, so let's go ahead and do our ghost or gate event die. And we have a square, and a square is here. Alright, a ghost from the spirit world emerges from that gate. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, okay. So the lowest level we have, okay, so we'll have him come out. He'll come out 1. So he'll come out here. Then all entities within line of sight of that gate act as though the chaos symbol is rolled. Okay, there's only 2. No, there's actually only 1. And it's this guy right here. He's the only one within line of sight. So we'll go ahead. He's a street creeper. And let's see here. 5. He'll move 2 spaces towards 1, 2. Bankman. Okay. Then each color marked honey moves 2 spaces to their color marked gate. Okay, so we have this guy's moving 1, 2. And this orange guy is moving 1, 2. Thankfully, we're still not out of line of sight for that. Okay, so it is the next turn. Okay, so now it's going to be Ray. And Ray's going to try to get, he's going to move 1 and 2 and try to hit this granny ghost. And he does with a 4. So he hits the granny ghost. And she's going to move 1 space towards Ray and hit him. Remember, she does -1 line of sight. However, he can go again. And he gets another 4. So he has defeated his ghost. This is kind of getting a little easy. Alright. So Zedmore is actually just going to spend his turn to remove slime from Venkman. Venkman's going to actually spend his turn to remove slime from Egon. And now Egon will move. He'll move 1. And we got 2 shots to defeat. And we got a 6. So here we go. Okay. So we defeated this guy. So okay, we defeated them. All 4 of them. Wow, that was kind of easy. Okay. So everybody gained some experience. Okay. So that was quick and easy. So let me set up for the next adventure. Alright, so we're on part 2 of this scenario, and it's no pictures during the tour, please. There's something afoot in the museum. The PKA readings are off the charts. You've got to get inside, but without the equipment in the Ecto 1A, you're going to have a hard time. Get inside the museum without losing the Ecto 1A. The gates in the scenario are called Hell Gates because the Titanic ghosts that come from inside them try to get into nearby vehicles. These are the Titanic ghosts, by the way. This is a special scenario. I think it came with the Lewis Tully expansion thing. These are like the Titanic ghosts right here. You have some kind of special thing where they would occupy a vehicle. Alright, special. The Ecto 1A cannot be driven by a Ghostbuster in this scenario. At the end of each round, all Titanic ghosts who are not on a vehicle move 1 space towards the nearest vehicle before they perform at their end of each round action. Okay. Hell Gates. 4 or higher, stream or mood slime to close 1 when missed. If a Ghostbuster has a Titanic ghost and they are trapped, that Ghostbuster places the trapped Titanic ghost into a random space adjacent to them. Otherwise, a Titanic ghost from the spirit world or from outside the scenario, if there are none, emerges from the gate. At the end of the round, if the events die gate selection is open, a ghost from the spirit world emerges from that gate. All Titanic ghosts move on the map, move 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. Close all Titanic ghosts on the map, move 1 space toward the nearest vehicle. We win if we close all gates. Failure. If the Ecto 1 is moved off the map or the goo timer reaches 0 or a ghost must emerge from the spirit world and none are present. Okay, so the Titanic ghosts, and we have these hemoplasms for whatever reason. They're like blood plasms. So when hit, moves 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. If it's on a vehicle, moves 2 spaces towards the nearest Ghostbuster instead. When missed, moves 1 space in a random direction and up to 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. Special. If a vehicle that Titanic Ghost occupies will move off the map, remove Titanic Ghost in that vehicle from the scenario. All Ghostbusters in that vehicle emerge from the space from which the vehicle left. At the end of the round, if a Titanic Ghost is not in a vehicle, it moves up to 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. If a Titanic Ghost is on a vehicle, Titanic Ghost in the vehicle move 2 spaces towards the nearest map edge. Okay, so we can't move the vehicle. We gotta just go close gates. So I'll start with Ray, of course. And let's see here. He'll come out. He's the driver. He'll come out right here. Let's see here. Well, there's some stuff down here. I guess I can... There's 2 gates here. So let's go ahead and move him 1, 2. That's first action. 1, 2. That's second action. Shoot. 1. Okay. And that's it for him. Okay. Winston. Let's do Winston here. He'll come out right here. I'm probably going to have him go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll go this way. Okay. Egon. He'll come out here. And I'm going to have him go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, well, I kind of did it out of order, but it's not really going to matter. Let's do Peter. And okay, he'll come out here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Alright, and that's basically the end of the round. Okay, so remember, it says at the end of the round, all who are not move 1 space towards... First, let's roll the event die. Okay, that's the chaos die. So, let's see, blood plasms. Okay. Well, that was about the worst thing we could have rolled. Honestly. So we're going to start, before we do the blood plasms, because we're going to get hit several times, we're going to do all the Titanic guys. Okay, so we have 2 Titanic guys on the map. Yeah, I want to make sure I was right. Yeah. So they're going to move 1 space in a random direction. So we'll start with this guy. He's going to go 7. So he can't go anymore. So, well, you know, he went 7. And go 8. Can they move off the map? Okay. He goes off. He's out of the game. That's pretty good. Okay. And then they move 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. So it's going to go 1, 2. Okay. So that's that. Chaos die. Now we got to do this crap here. With these blood plasms, they move 1 space towards a random Ghostbuster, then 2 spaces towards a different random Ghostbuster. Okay. It's weird. So, random. Okay, we'll start with this guy up here. He's going to move 1 space towards Egon, who's here. Okay. And then 2 spaces towards a different random. And it's going to be Venkman. So he'll move here. Okay, this one here I'll move 1 space towards Egon. So he hits Egon. Egon gets slimed by these guys. Let's see, they... Caustic, okay. And then he's going to move 2 spaces towards a random, which is Winston. So he'll come down here. Okay, this one right here is going to move one space towards Winston and 2 spaces towards Egon. Okay. This guy right here is going to move 1 space towards Ray and then 2 spaces towards Winston. Okay. This guy right here is going to move 1 space towards Egon and 2 spaces towards Peter. 1, 2. Okay. This guy right here is going to move 1 space towards Winston and 2 spaces towards Egon. 1, 2. This guy right here will move 1 space towards Venkman and 2 spaces towards Egon. This guy right here will move 1 space towards, well, okay, Venkman and 2 spaces towards Ray, which is going to hit Ray right here. So Ray's going to get a caustic. Okay. Then this guy right here is going to move 1 space towards Venkman and 2 spaces towards Ray. Okay. And then we already did the Titanic Ghost. Now, at the end of the round, okay, so he's going to move 1 more space towards the vehicle. And then the end of the round action, it moves 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle. 1, 2. So now it is on the vehicle. So we're going to have a problem here. And so what's going to happen is, these guys can move 2 spaces towards the nearest map edge. It's going to be a problem. Okay, so we start with Ray. And remember, caustic is if you have 3 caustics on you, you lose the scenario. So Ray has 1 caustic on him. So he's going to try to close this gate. And he rolls a 3. And it takes 4 higher, so it's missed. Okay, so a Titanic Ghost from the spirit world is going to emerge from the gate. He's going to come out at 6 right here. Okay, so let me try again. Miss. Okay, another Titanic Ghost from the spirit world is going to come out from that gate, and he comes right here. And his last try. And that's a miss. Okay, wow. Do I have any more Titanic Ghost? I don't think I do. So that's pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out Ghost from the spirit world. And he comes out right here. So we kind of, this was terrible. Okay, Winston is here. And I'm going to try to get this gate closed. He misses, of course. 5. Next. Okay, he finally got hit. So we just need 1 stream to close, so we close this gate. Okay, and Winston has 1 more turn, and I'm going to move him next to Ray. Okay. Venkman is going to try to head toward this gate here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, he's going to have to fight him eventually. Egon has a gate in his sight. So let's see what we can do. And a 2. And a miss. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just bring a Ghost from the spirit world out. And he's going to come out at 2. Second turn. Okay, that time's a hit. And so we close this gate. And now I'm going to... I'm going to move him 1, 2. We're going to come this way and try to get that one. Okay, that's the end of the turn. And the damn chaos die again. I don't know what it is with this rolling here. Okay, so let's do the Titanic goes first. Okay, he's already in the vehicle, so he's going to go 5. He's going to come off the map. He's going to go 7. He's going to come off the map. This one, he's going to go 7. He's going to go all the way over here, and he's going to slime Winston, and they are -1 maneuver. Okay. And then he's going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest vehicle, which would be there. Okay, this one's going to move 5. He's going to go here, and then he's going to go 2 spaces back here. Okay, so that's good. He's already on the vehicle, so it doesn't say what they do if they're in a vehicle. It says moves 1 space and then move back to the vehicle. So I don't know. All right. So we did that. Now we're going to have to do okay, so then basically he's going to move 1 towards the vehicle because of the in and around stuff. And then at the end of each round, he's going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest map edge. Which is going to be, the nearest one he can get to would be, because we got these solid walls here, I guess would be here. So he's going to move 1, 2. And then you got 3 Titanic ghosts in the ectoplasm. And the way it seems like, each one is going to get a turn to move the vehicle, so we're going to have problems. Alright, so and let's do the plasms again. I guess I'll just do that off camera. Alright, so we're back. We're alright. We did okay. So Ray's going to try to close this gate again. So let's start with that. And he doesn't do it. And so we got to have a ghost come out from the spirit world. And I'm rolling like terrible. So we're going to have to put a ghost there. Second turn. Okay, he finally closes this gate. Okay, third turn. I think I'm going to move him 1, 2. We're going to try to, I guess, I don't know, block this thing off. Winston is going to move here and remove the caustic slime from Ray. Okay. Alright, Vankman is here. He's going to move 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so he's there. And then Egon is going to come 1, 2, 1, 2, and try to close that gate. Alright, well, we got it. We got a 6, so he closes that gate. So we only have 1 more gate to go, to be honest with you. Yeah, we only have 1 more gate to go. However, it's going to be the next turn, so let's see what we get. We get the cross. Now, the cross gate is closed. All Titanic ghosts on the map move 1 space towards the nearest vehicle. Well, okay, we don't have to worry about that. Who are not on a vehicle. Okay, so these guys are all on a vehicle. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to move 2 spaces towards the nearest map's edge. So it's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're close to losing. Ghostbusters can't be run over, and if you apply logic, they would have to jump out of the way. But it's a new turn. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have Ray move Winston's thing, and I'm going to put all my hopes on Venkman here. And Venkman's going to go there, and we're going to try to close that gate. And we fail. So we got to have a ghost come out here. Okay, this is Venkman's last turn. Okay, well, he failed. So automatically what's going to happen is these ghosts are going to come off the map because I can't roll. Okay, well, that's scenario 2. We'll move on to scenario 3. Alright, so we're on scenario 3, and as you can notice, our Ghostbusters start here. The Ecto-1 is there, and we got to get to here. That's basically what we got to do. We got to traverse the map and get to there. So there's no talking during the film, please. The river of slime flowing to the museum is starting to unearth the foundations of the whole building. Get out while you can. You don't want to be trapped inside when this place crumbles. The gates are named lockdown gates because of their repulsion field, which keeps corporeal beings at a distance. When Theater Ghost pushes a Ghostbuster, they move an additional space in the same direction. If a Theater Ghost is on the map when a gate is closed, Theater Ghost emerges from the open gate furthest from the goal zone. At the end of each round, if a Ghostbuster is on the same map tile as a Theater Ghost moves 2 spaces towards that Ghostbuster. If there is more than one Ghostbuster the same tile, the Theater Ghost moves towards each one in a random order. If no Ghostbusters are on the same tile as a Theater Ghost move 2 spaces towards the nearest Ghostbuster. Okay. Alright, we need... If we win, if we get the Ghostbusters in the goal zone. We have a very bad goo timer here. When missed, we got to close the streams, 3 or higher, 2 streams. If there are no plasms on the map, a hemoplasm emerges from the gate, then all plasms move 1 space towards Ecto-1. Ghostbusters cannot be closer than 3 spaces from an open gate unless they are in a spectral carriage. Okay, this doesn't. All right, this doesn't go real good. But we only have 4 monsters in the spectral world. So what we got to do is let's go ahead and go first. All right, so let's go ahead and go first. And start working on closing these gates and getting to the goal zone. Unfortunately, our first plasma is way down here, so yeah, it's not going to be easy. I'm thinking about just skipping the street sweeper. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then that's basically the end of the turn. Okay, so let's roll the die. Damn it. That hit that. Okay. My die's busted. It keeps not rolling, and I don't know why it does that. I might just use the red die from now on. I'm going to use this one because that one keeps. Alright, square. Okay, ghost from the spirit world emerges from the gate. And 3, so we're going to put him here. Okay. See, I don't understand. I mean, I know there's some guys in the way. So I'm thinking about just doing a rush and just plowing through. I don't know. I say screw forget closing the gates, because if you close the gates, ghosts from the spirit world come out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then we'll just try to kill him and then keep going. But I got all these ghosts in my way. But we got to roll the chaos die. So we have the equal sign. And the equal sign is actually... I can't stay on the gate, I'm sorry. It's here. Well, that's great. So a ghost from the spirit world will come out. Okay, he comes out and he basically just slimes all them. And let's see, he is -1 maneuver. Let's just put those on everybody who... Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and start with Ray, and he's going to try to kill that plasm. Alright, let's see what he rolls. And he rolls a 6, which is good. We need 2 mood slimes, 3 or higher. Okay. So actually, he's just going to move 2 spaces towards that ghost. He's going to come over here. He's going to hit him. We're going to lose line of sight of him, but he's out of the way. However, Ray and Winston are going to get slimed, and they're each going to get a caustic. Okay. And then Ray will move 1, 2, 1, and then we're going to get rid of this guy. Okay. Winston's going to move. And then he'll remove the caustic from Ray. He'll move 1, 2, 1, and then he'll remove the caustic from Winston. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then that's basically all we can do. So let's do the end of round. And we get a star. And that's great. And the star is up there. And it's 4. And so he's going here. Okay. Ray's going to try to get that street creeper out of the way. And he does. He hits it. Alright, so he puts it there. We're good. And when we hit it, it's slime and a cross. Ray's the only one going to get hit by that. And he's going to be -1 maneuver. Okay. And so he's going to move 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the rest of everybody is just going to come up, follow. I think we got one more round before we can deposit some ghosts there. And then they're going to just remove slime from each other. So everybody's free of slime. But the problem is we have another star and have another ghost come out. And it's going to be 6, and here we go. Okay, so actually what I may do, well, we can maneuver past him. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I gotta get lucky and roll a chaos die. And I didn't. So we got no ghosts in the spirit world, so we're gonna lose. I played that one fast and loose. I thought maybe I can get there in time, but we weren't able to. Okay, well, we'll move on to the final and 4th. Alright, so we're on the final scenario for this campaign, and as you can see, there's a gigantic gigaplasm way at the end there. And there's Ecto 1. And it's, alright, 1.21 gigawatt is that. The gigaplasm has burst free and is crushing its way towards the giga gates, and if it reaches one, it would destroy the city's foundation. Stop gigaplasm and destroy the hemoplasms that have erupted all over the place, or you have no city left to save. If a gigaplasm moves through an open gate or onto a closed gate, choose a map tile that does not have a gate and remove that tile and everything on from the scenario. Then mark a different gate at random. And we marked this gate. This is the first one right here. Instead of moving towards a ghost, gigaplasm moves 2 spaces towards the marked gate. Okay. 4 on these. And we'll go over to gigaplasm. comes to it. So hit gates, you need 4 higher, 1 stream or mood slime. When missed, a ghost from the spirit world emerges from that gate and then moves 2 spaces towards the gigaplasm. When closed, remove the mark from the mark gate and mark an open or closed gate of your choice. And at the end of the round, if the gate is open and we roll the die, a ghost from the spirit world is expelled from the gigaplasm. Close, move the gigaplasm 1 space away from the marked gate. We win the scenario if we defeat the gigaplasm and all plasms on the map. It's not going to be easy. Failure, there are only 5 map tiles, or the goo timer reaches 0, or a ghost must emerge from the spirit world and none are present. Okay. So we have plasms here, right kind of by us, but we can't get to. We're going to have to move around, as you can see. So, and I'm thinking about just closing this gate right off the bat and then trying to come here and get these plasms first. We have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 way over here. So we got a lot, and they're super plasms. They're not the small ones. They're super plasms. So if you look at them, this is what they are. We only need 1 mood slime. So I'm thinking about starting off everybody with slimes, because we can close the gate with slime, so that's not a problem. So there we go. And then we'll worry about the gigaplasm later. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is Ecto 1 is here. And I'm going to have Ray come out first. Of course, he'll come out, and I'm going to move him 1, 2, and he's going to try to shut that gate. So we'll start with that. Of course, I rolled a 1. A ghost from the spirit world emerges from that gate and then moves 2 spaces towards the gigaplasm. Well, that's great. Already, you know, so he comes out at 8. So he'll come out here and then he'll move 1, 2. Okay. Alright, second try. Okay, got it. So we close that gate. So we're going to remove the mark from this gate, and we can choose a gate. I guess might as well just choose this one. Okay, that's Ray's turn. Now let's do Winston. He comes out, and I have him go 1, 2, 1, 2. I gotta go around that guy, so I'll move him here. Venkman, he'll come out, and I have him go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. He's going to try to get him. And then I'll have Egon come out, and I'm going to have him go here to try to get him. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, we'll just put him there. All right, and that's the end of the turn. So let's see. At the end of each round, okay, the gigaplasm is going to move 2 spaces towards the gate. Well, that's fine. But first things first, let's roll our chaos die. See what happens. I mean our event die. I'm sorry. And I had square, and that gate is open. Okay, we got to take a ghost from the gigaplasm off of there, so. Okay. And we have to move this 1, 2. So he's there. Alright. So let's start with Ray. Ray did close that gate. I'm thinking about moving Ray to close this gate right here that's marked. So I'm going to have him go 1, 2. And line of sight is 3 spaces away. So I can potentially close that gate. So let's go ahead and roll the die to see if I can close it. 3, and I missed. Dang. Okay, so let's go ahead. A ghost from the spirit world's coming out. And it's going to be 3. And so we'll move him here. Okay, so my last shot. Oh, God dog it. Okay, it's going to be 8. And it's going to be here. Okay. Let's do Winston. He's going to come 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's about as far as he can go. And that's it. Venkman. He's got a... Maybe I can slime this guy, the cop I got to get to, so I can get out of the way. So let's see what I gotta get. Shoot, man, I get 3 freaking mood slimes. Okay, well, let's go ahead. We'll start. We need a 4 or higher. Miss. Okay. Leaves 2 spaces towards a random Ghostbuster and then 1 space towards the nearest Ghostbuster. Okay. So he's going to move 3 spaces towards Ray. Just 1, 2, 3. And then 1 space towards Venkman. So he kind of got out of the way, so that's okay. So then I'll move Venkman. He'll go 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Then Egon is going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And Egon will try to hit that superplasm. And he rolls a 3, which is going to be good enough. And it splatters. But he's not in his maneuver. So, okay. So we hit that. We got that slime. Put the goo thing there, and there we go. So that's good. Alright, so the end of the round is here. And we get the equal. And it's an open gate. And we got to take another ghost from the spirit world off. Okay, so now this thing moves. And actually, it's going to help us because this ghost, the spirit world's right here. I just put him there for a second. This ghost is back in, so we got another chance. So he's going to move 1, 2. However, okay, so if it gets through an open gate or onto a closed gate, choose a map tile. It hasn't moved through it yet, so next turn. So we kind of got a little bit lucky. Okay, so there we go. So it's Ray's turn, and Ray's going to try to close that gate again. And he failed. And this time, this ghost comes out. Turn number 2, 3. Okay, we failed. Okay. There's no more ghosts from the spirit world to be able to come out, so we blew it. That was quick. Man, this game, man. These dice are terrible, and I say that every time. I get some bad rolls in this game, and this game really frustrates me with its rolls, but... Okay, well, we lost this scenario. Next time on Ghostbusters 2, we're going to do the very last scenario. It's the Vigo scenario. So I hope you join me for it. And I hope you enjoyed this. And, I mean, look at this thing. It's pretty neat now. This is that side of it. And then, you know, you put the spirits in here, and they kind of like act as a spirit world, and they get expelled from there at the time you miss. But, yeah. If you want, let's look at the sheet. See how bad of a... Here's the gigaplasm. 3 or higher. 8 mood slimes from at least 2 Ghostbusters. Caustic moves 1 space in a random direction. I'll be targeted from a space on the gigaplasm. A Ghostbuster can move onto an occupied. If an enemy would occupy But that changed. I don't know. Alright, well, I may have did something wrong. Who knows? The rules in this game just aren't clear as they need to be. But that's Ghostbusters 2, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Until then, have fun.